we used to anchor in Isle of Wight in Cowes overnight, bringing a convoy back from America. And we used to stay the night in Cowes. The next morning we would set sail and go to Plymouth and store and coal ship and water and everything. And then they stopped our leave, and we just couldn't fathom why they were stopping our leave. But we knew the next morning. We sailed from and led off Edison Lighthouse, and we turned to starboard to go down the channel of which we thought we would bound for America or whatever it was, or the Bristol Channel where we used to go up to Swansea and Newport and all that, you know, the Welsh coast and all that. And we're not far between Devonport and Falmouth, and there was this little tiny cove. Well, I never heard of Fowey or anything before, and we went straight into it, and then shock of our lives and see all these landing craft and all that. And then we were trying to tie up amongst them all, because it's a very small harbour, as you know. And eventually we tied up. The next morning, we sailed for the Isle of Wight, off the Needles, which they called Piccadilly Circus. Well, that was on the 5th, because D-Day was originally the 5th. So when we got off the Isle of Wight after 2 days going up there, the weather started to get really bad, and they decided to cancel it for 24 hours. And what I read was the Air Force chap, weatherman, told Eisenhower there was a lull in the weather, and if they didn't go then, that very next day, it'd be about the 29th, which is a long time for them men. I mean, the Solent was absolutely full of ships. You couldn't move for anything. And you could have walked from the Isle of Wight across to Cherbourg without getting your feet wet. And the planes, the Air Force planes, were flying about 30 foot above the waves. And that's how it was going. And as I said before, that we were very slow overnight, about 2.5 knots, so that we arrived on the French coast the very hours of the morning, just as it was getting light. And that was I went in with the second wave. The first wave went in at 6 o'clock. And all hell broke loose then. And then that's when they started to sort us out. The 88s were starting to get range of us and everything, and so we start to pull back. But the first wave went in, they were just absolutely slaughtered. There was nothing left of them. I mean, there was 2,000 men just there laying dead, and the ones that were going ashore on the 29th Division, which we had, they were just walking on them. And that's how it went on.